My name is JerleneLayne. I am the manager of the Sandals Boscobel Special Fishery Conservation Area in Boscobel, St. Mary, Jamaica. I was born in Port Antonio, but I now live in St. Mary. I am from the parish of St. Mary, Boscobel. Well, managing a fish sanctuary entails actually having to deal with the main stakeholders, which are fisher folk, getting the fisher folk organized, getting persons to comply to the rules and regulations of a special fishery conservation area. It entails education, public education and outreach, because if persons aren't aware of what it is they're dealing with, then they won't accept change as willingly. Once they're aware, then persons tend to gravitate more toward what it is we're trying to do. So without public education, it's not possible. Basically, for a conservation area, it's a no-take zone. So what we do, we prevent persons from fishing the area, whether flora or fauna, or whichever it might be. It's a no-take zone, nothing is removed. So enforcement by way of patrols, sometimes it's hard enforcement, sometimes it's soft enforcement. It all depends on the situation. So managing a fish sanctuary entails a lot of things. It's a symbiotic relationship between coral and fish. Without the fish, one can't live without each other. So we're trying our very best to replenish the devastated reef in our area and possibly other areas if the time allows and if the resources allows, rather. Restoration work was actually introduced to me by our environmental officer, Jonathan Hernold. He had previously been doing some work at Bluefields Bay in Trelawney, Hanover, and we thought that this is something we could actually use to rebuild our fish population here in Boscobel. And as it is, there's not a lot of corals there, and because the area is there is so much fishing pressure on the area, persons would stand on the reef, and so we thought, let's do something about it. So Jonathan came in and he talked about it. We got training from CRF, Coral Restoration Foundation, and the rest is history. Rockabessa Bay is the actual foundation sanctuary of Jamaica. They are ones that they are the proteges. So whenever something new comes in, it's best to learn from them. And they've been doing coral restoration for a long while as well. So it was a great opportunity when Sandals decided that, hey, and being as it is, Wilmot was managing both sanctuaries at the time, so we thought, we could go ahead with that, and it took off from there. So now currently I'm the manager and we still work very closely together. Bringing the Belizeans and fragments of hope here is an amazing opportunity, I would say. We went to Belize back in March and we learned a method that is guaranteed to speed up our outplanting rates here in Jamaica. So we thought, we'd get the Belizeans here to teach the rest of our team and show these people firsthand what it can be like, or what can be achieved from using their method. After the harvesting, we'll have some people down there scrubbing areas while the cement is being mixed. And then, because it's deeper, we won't have everybody going one time. So after the cement is mixed, then the guys who are actually going to be doing the planting will come down with the cement. So it's really a amazing and educational experience for everyone involved, I think.
How was the reef at Laughing Bird?
It's clean.
Great!
Clean, a lot of reef.
Yeah, very diverse.
More than I ever seen in my life.
And what about the fish?
Oh!
Huge! Abundance! I like the diversity of fish that I see here, man. It's a huge fish. I'll be back in Placencia soon. Planting more coral.